So the reason I'm making this video is for the following. A lot of my friends and family around this time of year have been contacting me like, hey Hamza, I'm not sure what fragrance to buy for this person. I'm looking for a great gift option. What do you recommend? What's your suggestions? Or there's people out there who are looking forward to the New Year's resolution. They're changing their wardrobe, they're changing their style, and they're looking to start adding fragrances to their collection. So in this video, I'll go over 10 fragrances you can't go wrong with having in your collection. I believe that 99% of the population out there will at least appreciate one of these fragrances. And to make it easier for you, I linked every single one of these fragrances below. And before we start, if you want to support the channel, you could buy a sample or a travel size at my store, scentpilot.com. We are running the Black Friday sale. The entire store is 15% off. Any order over $50 will qualify for free shipping, and any order over $100 will unlock a free 10 ml sample from a select variety of brands like Mont Blanc and Versace. Without any further ado, let's get into this video. Number 1, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. This to me is the definition of Swiss Army knife certified. You could wear this fragrance in any situation, any occasion, any season, any reason. It's a great signature scent that you could wear dressed down all the way to the classiest events. It pretty much has a bright grapefruit in the opening mixed with mint that does give it a cooling effect, and in the dry down, it becomes a combination of clean woods with a smoky incense. You're also getting a luxury brand like Chanel. So when people ask you what fragrance are you wearing, and you tell them it's this one here, they perceive you as somebody with good taste who also appreciates the finer things in life. This is one of my favorite designer fragrances on the market, and this used to be my signature scent in the office. It comes off very clean, very elegant, and very luxurious. I do believe that this is an essential fragrance that every man should have in their collection due to the fact that it offers maximum versatility, where if you're stuck between options, you're not sure which one to wear that day, or maybe you just want to have that one fragrance that covers everything, this is one of the best options on the market. And I've interviewed thousands of women at this point in time, and this is one of the most common answers to what fragrance they like on a man. The one and done option, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Number 2, Prada Paradigm. I will be making a video on this topic in the future, the top releases of 2025. This is arguably number 1. It smells like an amalgamation of some of the most popular designer fragrances on the market. You will get a minty-like opening with a touch of sweetness. It kind of reminds you of peppermint, and in the dry down, it becomes a combination of clean woods with a touch of sweetness. If you're familiar with the dry down of Polo 67 Eau de Toilette, this pretty much falls within a similar ballpark. It has a very mass appealing factor, and it's only been out for a few months, and it's one of my most complimented fragrances this year. It offers a solid level of performance as well. I get a good 9 hours of longevity with moderate projection. And just like Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, this is Swiss Army knife certified. Now, because it's a new release, not many people are wearing this fragrance, which will give it a bit more of a unique factor. But if I was to make a prediction, this will be one of the most popular fragrances in the next couple of years. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, right now will be a great time to check out Prada Paradigm. And when I did a street review for this fragrance, majority of the scores were in that 9 range. One of the best releases of 2025, Prada Paradigm. Number 3, Dolce & Gabbana's The One Eau de Parfum. This is for that person who wanted something with a bit of spice, a bit of sweetness, but it also has a nice balance of freshness that you could also wear this one as your signature scent. There's a bit of ambers in this fragrance mixed with some tobacco and cardamom, but it also has a nice clean citrus pop coming from the grapefruit. Now, people categorize this one as a fall winter fragrance or something for the evenings out, but in my opinion, there is a good amount of freshness in this fragrance that you could wear this one all year round. And this is created by Olivier Polch, the current in-house perfumer for Chanel. So somebody with a high level of mastery created this fragrance. Now, honorable mention, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau de Toilette if you wanted something a bit different that's more on the fresh and clean side. But either option from the house of Dolce & Gabbana will be a great gift option and a great signature scent. Number 4, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. This is currently the best-selling men's fragrance on the market, and according to my street interviews so far, this is the most popular fragrance on the market. Everybody knows this one, and it's sometimes coined as the Johnny Depp fragrance. Now, if you're looking for a unique option, this may not be the best one on this list, but you could also look at it from a different perspective. This fragrance is so good and that's why it's a top seller. If you're asking me personally, uniqueness is not a deciding factor. If I like a fragrance and I want to buy it or wear it, I'm simply going to do so. In the opening, you're going to get a massive dose of bergamot mixed with black pepper, which does give it a strong masculine edge. And in the dry down, it's focused on the note of ambroxan. And ambroxan is a synthetic aroma compound that's supposed to smell like ambergris, and it gives off a salty, woody, oceanic smell. And for an eau de toilette concentration, this fragrance offers a solid level of performance in longevity and projection. Now over here, I have a fragrance that's an alternative / honorable mention, Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. This smells very similar to Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. They dial back on the peppery nuance and they focus more on lavender. Lavender is a very common note that's found in shaving cream that gives off a clean, masculine quality. So if you're looking for an alternative to Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette that's not as popular and technically is the more professional option, because with this one here, the projection is more reserved, I would check out Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. Number 5, YSL Myself Eau de Parfum. This is currently the hottest designer fragrance on the market. In the opening, you will get a blast of bergamot that will remind you of Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. But in the dry down, it becomes a sweet, clean, woody fragrance with a floral aspect coming from the orange blossom. Now, as a fragrance reviewer, I tend to visit a lot of department stores and fragrance shops. Every time I'll talk to the women that work there, and I ask them, what fragrance do you like on a man? This is one of their most common answers. In fact, at one point I made a video on the top 10 office fragrances for men. I called a random Sephora and I asked her that question, and she literally said that this is one of her favorite fragrances. An honorable mention, by the way, YSL Eau de Parfum. This falls within a similar territory to Bleu de Chanel and Dior Sauvage, but this here adds a bit of a twist by going in a sweeter direction with the addition of apple. And there's also enough differences between these two fragrances that I don't find it redundant to own both. Either option will be great from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. Number 6, Acqua di Gio Profondo Eau de Parfum. This is one of my favorite summer fragrances. It takes the original Acqua di Gio, which is the best-selling men's fragrance on the market, makes it more modern and contemporary by following some of the current trends on the market, most notably the blue fragrance genre. So imagine that Bleu de Chanel Dior Sauvage style combined with the original Acqua di Gio, sprinkle a little bit of a salty nuance. That's pretty much what this fragrance smells like. This has one of the best openings when it comes to designer fragrances. A masterfully blended combination of citruses. It literally smells like summertime in a bottle. Now, performance is on the lighter side, and for some people out there, that's a positive, especially if you're sensitive to perfumes or you wanted something that's light, airy, clean, and very inoffensive. If you wanted a bit more longevity and projection, just apply a couple more sprays. So if you're a fan of the original Acqua di Gio, or you know somebody who used to wear that fragrance as their signature scent, and you're looking for a more modern take on this DNA, I would check out Acqua di Gio Profondo Eau de Parfum. Number 7, Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. My favorite designer fragrance of all time, my most complimented, and this was my signature scent for many years. This is a masterful blend of fresh and sweet elements. You will get a combination of apple, mint, and vanilla. Over the years, the performance has dwindled. So if you love this DNA here and you wanted an alternative, I would check out the Parfum Flanker. If you test those fragrances side by side, you will notice a difference in performance. But honestly, either option will be great. If you're somebody who likes something a bit sweeter with a balance of freshness that could be worn all year round with a high compliment factor. Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. Number 8, Polo 67 Eau de Toilette. What I love about Ralph Lauren fragrances, especially around this time of year, if you're shopping at big department stores, they tend to be priced lower than retail. Not only that, but they also include additional accessories. Last year I bought Polo 67 Eau de Toilette, and I got a free Polo duffel bag with my purchase. And just to be clear, I'm a fan of other Ralph Lauren fragrances like Polo Red Eau de Toilette and Polo Red Parfum. Now, Polo 67 Eau de Toilette is one of their more modern fragrances. You would get a combination of citruses and pineapple with a sweet, clean, woody dry down. The reason I'm recommending Polo 67, because this one here does follow some of the most popular trends today, but either option should be great from the house of Ralph Lauren. Number 9, Burberry Burberry Touch. What I love about this fragrance is the price value proposition. I bought this 100 ml bottle at TJ Maxx for only $40. You're getting a status brand like Burberry, a timeless scent profile, and a fragrance that's extremely versatile. The name is quite fitting when you're trying to describe the scent profile. It's pretty much a touch of everything. It's fresh, it's clean, bit of an aquatic nature, and there's also a good amount of tonka bean, which gives it a powdery aspect with a touch of sweetness. Imagine you gifted somebody this fragrance and they see the name Burberry. They associate it with something premium and luxurious, and you're able to give that effect without having to pay the premium. This, in my opinion, is one of the best affordable options on the market. So even if you're that person who's looking for an affordable freshie, something to wear to the gym, doing some errands, or going to the barbershop, this right here is a great option. But I will admit, performance on this one is on the weaker side. I get about 3 to 5 hours of longevity with moderate projection. But again, the most affordable option on this list, and a great fragrance nonetheless, Burberry Touch. And of course, the most expensive option on this list, Creed Aventus. This right now is a timeless classic. And when it comes to the niche world of perfumery, this is currently the best seller. When this one first came out, it was so innovative and groundbreaking because no other fragrance on the market smelled like this one. You will get a combination of bergamot and pineapple. And in the dry down, you get some birch mixed with juniper berry, and there's also a smoky incense. If you're familiar with the world of watches, this will be the equivalent of buying somebody a Rolex Submariner. If you're not familiar with watches and you're familiar with cars, this would be the equivalent of an S550 Mercedes-Benz. And after interviewing thousands of women, here's what I learned. When it comes to niche fragrances, the public is not that familiar with them. The only exception is Creed. And the people who know about Creed automatically associate it with something luxurious and expensive. Now, I personally recommend you sample this one or try it before committing to the full bottle, especially when you consider the price point. But if you're that person who wants to treat themselves, or you want to buy somebody a special gift that's equivalent to a Rolex Submariner, an S550 Mercedes-Benz when it comes to the fragrance world, I would check out Creed Aventus. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below what video you want to see next. Make sure to subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you could buy a sample or a travel size at my store, scentprada.com. We are running the Black Friday sale. The entire store is 15% off. Any order over $50 will qualify for free shipping, and any order over $100 will unlock a free 10 ml sample from a select variety of brands like Mont Blanc and Versace. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.